What's going on, herd? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning into the video. Today, we're bringing the Weevil to the rally track. Now, we already tested this thing in the Desert Drift series. Not so hot. Again, as I said in that video, though, not really something I held to a high standard. Once you get in there and you look at the customizations that are available to this thing, it's meant to be a rally car, isn't it? Bumpers I already did. Brakes we already did. That's going to come in handy. I'm not going to do any armor. Engine we already did. Well, you know what? The bumpers, we need to go back and take a look at these, just in case you want an antenna on there. I'm thinking this bad boy is what we're looking for. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I can't read the brand on that, but it looks like a German word, which would make sense. This is based off of Volkswagen. You know what? I think this one looks better, though, the Baja bar. Engine done. Exhaust. I think we're going to go with the upswept. Fenders. I know there's there's something in here for us. How come you can't do both the rear and the front? Well, the front looks better to have. Will those lights work? That's the question. They're not going to work. You gotta be kidding me. Yes. Okay, one thing I want to say is something that I haven't been doing in the Desert Rally series is building everything to the exact same spec, right? We do vary a little bit in the Desert Drift series, and I kind of let that get to me in this series where I was like, well, this looks better, or this fits a little better. No, we're going to do the exact same thing every time, and what that means is stock suspension, transmission all the way up, turbo in, engine all the way up, and then we're going to do off-road wheels on every single one. So doesn't really matter which off-road wheels we do. We can do whatever design looks the best. I'm going to keep her cheap, go with the rock crawlers. I haven't decided which color we're going with this thing yet, have we? Let's do that. Okay, so completely changing the tread pattern, and you know which one looks better. Which looks better, that or that for tread pattern? If you didn't say the custom tires, there's something wrong with you. Or there's something wrong with me. Hard to tell. Hard to tell from here. Windows, we're going to go a little less on her. Roll cage we'll put in there because she's a rally build. Oh, yeah, livery. What do we got for liveries? Camel. They really go. That's the brand that's on the front. I don't even know how to pronounce that one. I don't know. Evil Weevil. Evil Weevil. Oh, and then that's a no-brainer which one we're picking. I mean, the Evil Weevil has to have yellow interior. Give me a break. Ain't no question about that. Oh yeah, roll cage, right? Because that's gonna swap our seats out pretty substantially in there. So it's really you're picking what seats you like. There is a difference in the roll cage, but well, those red seat belts go with our build, don't they? I like the bigger seats as well. It's hard to pass things up though that are there for rally style builds. I'm gonna do it. It's $2,400. What the heck? It might mess with my handling a little bit, make me a little more top heavy. It may not. Depends on how Rockstar went about that. Okay. So we do want a little bit more traction. We're gonna be off-road a lot. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is gonna do it for this build, and look at what we got in front of us. The Evil Weevil. Well, it's time to bring this. Oh, jeez! Time to bring this thing off to the rally track. Some of the other rally vehicles that fall into the compact class, you're looking at the Osbo, the Blista Conjo, just the Blista. I don't know if debatable if you can make a rally car out of that. Probably. Might be a future video. Who knows? Hard to tell from here. Brioso, that's definitely a rally car. Definitely one we have not tested either. We should probably bring this bad boy out and get that tested. The Dylan, yeah, that's not going to be one. The Prius. The Issy, I know the Issy Sport is, that one's heavy hitter. Issy Classic. The Panto, the smart car. That'd be pretty fun to have a smart car rally race. The Prairie. Ah, yes, I forget about this spawning. All right, time to get down to business. Round 2 of 3 of the Black Sheep TV Rally Racing Series. Well, Rally Cross Racing, that is. This is, oh, geez, I forgot we're going to be doing the damn wheelie. All right, let's see how she does here. Few things we're watching here. Off-road traction loss, off-road speed loss, handling on the asphalt as opposed to the handling on the... Come on, cut her in. As opposed to handling on the off-road. So far, so good. Oh, we got sucked by that damn bush there. Keep the inside. Oh, spun out. A little bit of spinning out there. The little bit of a benefit we had in the drift. Oh, we're not going to make this, are we? Ugh. The little bit of benefit that we had in the drifting with being able to single gear is it's gonna bite us in the butt here with the rally racing. We do have the spoiler, we have the off-road wheels, we have everything we can be doing for traction base here. Some may argue with the suspension, but I'm going to, from this point on, keep the stock suspension in everything. It's the closest thing you're gonna be getting to a real rally build anyways, so it's just the smartest thing to do in all reality. Let's get a couple laps in, see how this thing feels. acceleration is not great. Man, third gear is just sluggish. Well, the acceleration is just not good. The brakes are absolutely atrocious. They are just disgusting. Like, we have to prematurely slow down so early. There's no handbrake at all. Traction itself is all right. Handling itself is okay. Just when you get in the very bottom of first gear and you're off-road, it is going to kind of want to swing that back end out. First and second gear are, oh, okay, that's the first time we cleared that. Well, clear it. We should be landing on the flat or downside. All right, I think I'm ready to start giving this thing a grade. It's very consistent, I will say that. It's not great, but it is consistent. So in the Desert Rally series, we judge these vehicles in 3 separate aspects, just like the Desert Drift series. First off, we look at the handling line, see what that's all about on a rally basis. Keep that in mind, guys. And then we look at speed, again, on the rally basis. We're not putting this in a straight line against, whatever fastest car there is right now in the game. That's not at all what we're looking at with the speed grade in this. What we're looking at is how does this stack up to the rest of the rally field that we've tested and are going to test. Third, then, and final, we're going to look at the cost of this vehicle. From the speed and from the handling line, what are you getting out of it for the cost? Let's start it right off. Handling, pretty dang good. We're not getting into speed here. Remember that. We're not talking about speed. So, handling line, the biggest thing I have to say is the steering is good. The steering is pretty precise. The problem is the brakes. I mean, we have full maxed out brakes. That's not good. We are struggling in just about every corner. As we said, the brakes are spongy. It's like Model T status. They're just not good. Handling in itself, though, I don't have a ton of complaints here. A little bit with the spin out. There's probably a little bit of a knockoff there. Again, a little bit of a knockoff with the slowing down with those old Model T brakes. Steering, I'm not going to knock it at all on. Seems to be pretty good with steering. I mean, it's a little bit short of a turning radius, but again, that's probably because you can't engage the handbrake very consistently. But again, that's probably because the handbrake is non-existent. So I think I'm going to actually hit it 2 for brakes. 1 for the spongy normal brakes and 1 for the handbrake. 2 full negatives on that. 1 negative for the spinning out. It is a little bit ridiculous for the amount of power it has up top, for the amount of power it has, like the torque on it. It wants to spin out right there. It's just not all there when it comes to the power. That's going to be a total negative of 4. So that's going to bring us to 6 for the handling line. Speed's nothing to run home about either, is it? Dang. Okay, so yeah, the acceleration off-road. First gear, it accelerates pretty well. Asphalt and off-road. Second gear, again, not terrible. No real big complaints on that. Third gear, however, you kind of notice it. Seems to be a little bit quicker on the asphalt as opposed to off-road. Yeah, there's definitely an off-road speed loss on it. There's no debate about that. But even on the asphalt, the acceleration is nothing to run home about. I'm definitely going to hit it 1 on that. Speed itself, on like maintaining your speed, that kind of goes into handling, but it is a speed thing. Being able to maintain your speed is a little bit tough in this thing. Because of the brakes and because you really have to slow down and not wanting to spin out. You don't want to spin out, so you got to come into some of these corners. You know, like this corner here, you got to come in so slow. Oh, and we almost still spun out. Son of a gun. Come over here. The acceleration really shows. We're landing into dirt, not even flat on top of the ramp. All brakes coming down. The speed is just, it's not good. So it can easily take 2 negatives on both how it maintains its speed and how it accelerates. That's going to, again, bring it down to a 6. So far, 12 out of 20, bringing us into cost. Cost itself, you are looking at, well, there's 2 different prices. The trade-in price, which is actually pretty easy to get. I would just assume you get this thing for free through English Dave. Is it worth the $652,000 trade-in price? Really, that's not, insanely overinflated and compared to what we've been seeing with $1 million go-karts and stuff like that. However, if you have to pay that $870-something thousand, $870,000 for it, that's getting to be overpriced for this. I would just suggest at that point getting it through English Dave or doing what you need to do do the trade-in price. So cost on this thing, when you're getting only a 12 out of 20 for your money, it's not terrible. The upgrades on it are fun, too. I like it. The Evil Weevil, it's a Baja bug to the max. It's definitely cool to see. It's unique. There are enough upgrades on it, so it's not all negative when it comes down to it. My body's telling me 8, but my mind's telling me 7.5. We're going to go with 7.5 on this bad boy. 12 plus 7.5, 19.5 out of 30. I would have to say it's probably one of those vehicles you'd want to add into the rally collection if you have a rally collection. With that said, guys, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like below, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. As always, hope you all stay happy out there. Please stay positive, and we will definitely speak to you next time.